What's good with it, YouTube world? It's Coffee back at it with some NFL news. Quick two topics to hit on with y'all real quick, man. And first up in the news, Marshawn Lynch. I don't know if y'all heard yet, but you see the mugshot. Lynch was super saucy with it. Got arrested a couple nights ago, Tuesday, at the ass crack of dawn in Las Vegas. Pulled over by police. Reportedly, they say he was driving on curves on the side of the road. They stopped him. They did their sobriety checks and whatnot and determined that he was indeed intoxicated. Now, I don't know if he blew in the jump off or not, because I don't know if a lot of people know that, man. When it comes to DWIs, DUIs, whatever the fuck it's called in whatever state you reside in or you're traveling in at the time you get bagged up, you know what I mean? If you don't blow in the jammy, right? A lot of times when it comes to court, the case can get thrown out because there's like a lack of evidence. But a lot of people are shook not to blow, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like, yo, my license gets suspended for forever in a year, you know what I mean? But which it does when you don't blow, from my understanding, everywhere your joint is suspended. But if you beat the case, they got to reinstate that thing, man. You know what I mean? But this happens to be one of those things that a lot of times people are just intimidated into, blowing or whatever. But at the end of the day, no one should be driving drunk. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to give anyone pointers on how to go out there, endanger the public, and then avoid prosecution or consequences for your reckless actions. I was just pointing that out. And pertaining to this case with Lynch, they just said they determined through, sobriety tests that he was intoxicated. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'll definitely bring you guys updates regarding this case and everything like that. Now, just not too long ago, Lynch is always making money, man, always doing big things. As we know, he left football, came back, but he's a dude with a lot of personality, a really energetic guy. He's just always turned up, and that helped him a lot as far as in getting endorsements, you know what I'm saying, and getting to the bag other ways than just running that rock out there on the field, As not too long ago, I reported on it. He's actually part owner. You see him whipping the Zamboni, doing donuts and all that. Like I was saying in that video, man, he should ghost ride the Zamboni on some Bay Area-ish. That would be extra lit with it. But, he's a part owner of the Seattle Kraken NHL team. Him and Macklemore were announced as part owners in the team at the same time. And, this is a campaign to draw more attention to the team, and Lynch being a real, like I said, a real vibrant dude, a fan favorite, if you will, not just for his abilities, again, for his personality, definitely helped him secure that, ownership situation with the Kraken. They love him in Seattle and all that. And the Seahawks just announced that they had signed Lynch to a deal to be some kind of special correspondent with the team. I don't know exactly what in the fuck that's all about, but basically, reportedly they're saying that he'll be producing content for the team. So I don't know if he'll be doing sideline interviews or what the case may be. So with this news, I wonder if he can face any disciplinary action through the NFL. I mean, he's not a player, but who knows? I don't know if in the NFL, if other, like, I know coaches can be, face consequences and stuff like that for their actions off the field. But I don't know if that, like, a special correspondent, who knows? I mean, I'm sure they'll definitely could try to hit him with some fines for conduct or whatever, but who knows? I don't know. But again, look at that mugshot. Like, Lynch was he was 3/4 of the way in the bag. And the media, when reporting on this, is speaking of a DWI that he had back in like 2014. A lot of people forget Lynch's time with my Buffalo Bills. What up, Bills Mafia? You know what I mean? That we drafted Lynch. He got that 1,000-yard season in his rookie year. Played great in Buffalo, honestly, but he had multiple incidents of DWIs, DUIs, whatever, you know what I mean? And in one of them, he hit, and when I say multiple, I mean 2, maybe 3 in his short time in Buffalo. I think what was he with us for, 3 or 4 years? I can't recall, but we traded him to Seattle a season when he started out suspended because of the DWIs. You know what I mean? Like, that was the year we drafted CJ Spiller. It was wild. Week 1, we had Lynch, CJ Spiller, and Fred Jackson out there all on the field. And, not week 1, because I believe he started out suspended week 1. He was suspended a couple games. And, when he came back, we, showcased his skill and, had him out there taking a lot of carries, and then ended up trading him to Seattle. I don't know. It just kind of felt like the DWI situation and hitting a tourist. I believe he was sued and everything. In reality, that was like a real serious situation. He could have went away for a lot of time, but, ultimately he didn't. But it just kind of felt like that put a damper on his time in Buffalo and maybe played a part in his exit from the squad. Y'all let me know what you think. But here you see him again all these years later, 2022. I mean, you go to Vegas, everyone's going to party and whatnot, but be responsible, be safe. Listen, no one should drink and drive, right? But when you see a rich motherfucker doing it, it really doesn't make sense to me. Like, again, no one should. I'm not advocating for that, but I'm saying, like, poor people, I kind of get sometimes why they are cross with that dilemma. Like, they're broke as hell, can't afford the cab or something. But like, yo, my man, you're a millionaire many times over. Take a Uber, take a cab, play it safe. Come on, B. And then in other NFL news here, we got an update on a player that I really hated to see leave my squad, the Buffalo Bills. We're talking about none other than Cole Beasley, who, a fan points out in some of these tweets that I'm going to share with you guys here, played a big part in getting this team and this offense to where we're at currently. Like, he produced a lot for the Bills. I mean, even in last season, I don't know exactly what his stats were, but Cole was always clutch, man. Like, I really loved the way this dude played. I loved the way he went out there and gave it his all. He kind of would have a chip on his shoulder at times, but that's what it's about when you're competitive. You know what I mean? You can't always be a nice guy. And for all my fellow Buffalo Bills fans, I'm sure you guys remember that Thanksgiving game a couple years ago where we absolutely decimated the Dallas Cowboys, which was Cole Beasley's former team. And it was just great to see him carried off on, his teammates' shoulders and everything. That was a huge moment. But I hated seeing Cole leave. And if you guys recall, before we let him walk, he did request a trade. We put him on the trade market. I don't know, no deal could be made. But reportedly, there is a lot of interest in him. Teams have been reaching out. And you guys may recall, too, it was wild in his time with the Bills over the last season. Cole was very critical and opinionated about a lot of things regarding the health crisis in the NFL. He flat out said he wasn't afraid to speak his mind. In fact, he said that, there's a lot of other guys, according to Cole, in the NFL that have a lot to say, but fear the consequences of being blackballed out of the league, But Cole said he's financially stable, so he'll speak up for everyone. And if he, were to get blackballed out of the league, he's good. He's got the money. He's got his bread. He's good to go, But it seems he may be coming back to the NFL. Let's go over some of these tweets here. And you see the headline, Cole Beasley speaks on Bill's departure. I won't regret leaving. I hate hearing that, man. I hate that things went left between Cole and the Bills franchise. You know what I mean? Like, we're this close to getting that ring. Y'all know we're going to go get it this year, and it's a shame Cole Beasley won't be a part of it. But let's check out some of these tweets. This is him responding to someone that was saying, Leighton Stein doesn't represent the feelings of the majority of Bills fans, Cole. I guess Leighton Stein must have been some guy that was talking ish to Cole on Twitter. Again, he was very active on Twitter. I think for a little while he deleted his account, or maybe the team told him to. But he says, myself, I'd like to see you back, so I hope you don't let pride get in the way. A few years from now, you could come to regret it. It's silly that you're still not on the Bills. And when we did cut him or let him walk or whatever, Brandon Beane, the GM, flat out said that he was not opposed to bringing Cole Beasley back to the squad, but we see that didn't happen. I always have my fingers crossed. It's wild, man. A lot of wide receiver talent on this team. But he says, Cole responded to this tweet by saying, I appreciate the fans who supported me. The most fun I've ever had playing football in Buffalo. My family and I will never forget the memories. Love all my teammates there. I won't regret leaving, though. Things changed within the organization. It was time for me to move on. So at some point, I guess, according to Cole, things switched up. Guess it wasn't fun to him no more. I don't know. I mean, it was definitely clear there was some kind of rift or something like that when he requested that trade. And then Cole here is responding to a meme. John Feliciano, who I just reported on in a video yesterday, who's now with the Giants, was a former offensive lineman for the Bills. Brian DeBall, former offensive coordinator for the Bills, is coaching out there with the Giants. Feliciano went out there with him. He threw up this tweet of Elf, the Will Ferrell movie Elf, and it says, Dad. And Cole Beasley said, miss you, big fella, to Feliciano. Someone said, thanks for your sacrifice and contributions. You definitely a warrior, and that never went unnoticed. Cole said, thank you for supporting. Someone said, are we going to see you in a uniform soon? Cole said, that's the plan. I'm staying ready. And again, there's been tons of reports since, him and the Bills parted ways of teams, offering Cole deals and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes, with veterans, they want to take it easy and have as limited as an off season as they can before they get with the team. But at the same time, it's like, you want to get acquainted with the playbook and everything like that. Who knows, man? But again, I'm just like, man, why couldn't he come back? Why couldn't they work it out? Someone said, completely disagree with your health views. However, as for your football skills, absolutely awesome. You were definitely a big part of what we currently get to watch and cheer for at Highmark. And that was what I was speaking on in the beginning of this segment, speaking about Cole Beasley, that I agree with that Cole really helped to get this team, this offense where it is currently, And Cole said, and that's okay. We can disagree, yet still appreciate each other. Thank you. Someone said Isaiah McKenzie ran Beasley out of town. Isaiah McKenzie, Lil Dirty, man. He's another individual who we were able to sign back. And, I'm amped for that. Hell of a wide receiver, Last year we did see him struggle in the return game at times. That was a shame, but all in all, he's a beast out there. Any, Bills fans tapping into this video, let me know who you think is going to end up returning kicks for the Bills, kickoffs and punts, and who you would like to see. We just actually had an injury to Marquez Stevenson, who was on return duty a little bit last year. But I don't know, a lot of people were saying they thought he was a buster out there on the return squad and everything. But he was a rookie as well. I don't know. That rookie season can be a motherfucker. But Cole said, haha, this is responding to that Isaiah McKenzie comment. He said, haha, maybe so. That's my boy, though. He's going to do big things this year. Can't wait to see him finally get his turn to shine. So nothing but love for Cole to, former teammate Isaiah McKenzie. And then you see him responding to this picture here of, a fan holding up a Beasley jersey. It says, you were certainly a fan favorite with my littlest guy. Thanks, Bees. And Cole Beasley said, love it. I'm going to miss the crowd for sure. You guys were awesome. Here's a tweet the other day, as I reported on. Josh Allen went out there with the red helmet on, lit up practice, it had everyone talking. As there's a lot of fans that have been wanting the red helmets and red end zones to come back with the Bills for the longest time. Billy Joe voiced the Bills franchise. Like, this became such a trending thing that the Bills franchise actually had to put out an official message via a tweet and say, yo, that's dope what Josh was rocking, but we're going to wear the white ones. Like, that's how big that story got, though. Beasley tweeted about that and said the helmets were fire. And, someone asked him, I wonder if he would ever want to be a Cowboy again. And he said, to play with Dak, I would. And that's interesting because same thing as I just stated, that there seems to be some bad blood or something like that between Cole in the Bills organization. I'm not saying his teammates, as we see, there's no love lost between these guys. Like, they still buck with each other heavy, nothing but love for his former teammates, is being expressed by Cole in these tweets. But when he came to Buffalo, like I said, when we went out there and ished all over the Cowboys at the Thanksgiving game, Cole was talking his ish. You know what I mean? He was out there. He wanted to beat his former team. Now, again, that could just be, being a competitor like Cole is and like a lot of guys in the NFL are, or there could have been some kind of, I don't know, some kind of chip on his shoulder towards that franchise. But you see here, he's saying he would go back to play with Dak. So I don't know. Keep your eyes open. Again, teams are interested. Where will Cole land? Could be the Cowboys. Let me know what you think in the comments. And then you see he put up a winking emoji to this one tweet from Mike Garofalo, sports media guy, who said, from inside training camp, live in NFL Network, former Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley remains unsigned, though it's not for lack of interest. So, as I've been saying numerous times, there is interest in Cole Beasley. Beasley is remaining patient as he waits for the right opportunity and offer. You see he threw up the wink. And, that basically concludes this, segment on Cole Beasley and this video. So jump in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. Lynch, Cole Beasley, Bills, Seattle, the NFL, all that. Let's talk about it all. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell. Daily videos coming. Lots of NFL content coming for the NFL fans out there all season long, guys. And there's going to be live shows where you can call in. It's going to be a lot of fun, so don't miss out. Make sure to subscribe, stay tuned, and get in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. That's what this channel is all about, guys, hearing from the people. I'm out of here.